Instrument index. Instrument index is an engineering document. This document needs to prepare in beginning of the projects, and this is the live document. Throughout the engineering projects, even after the project also, at site, as per the modification in plant or in modification in the PNID, we can update this instrument index document time to time. An instrument index or instrument schedule is a document containing overall list of field instruments, control system components, soft tag instruments used in process facility or plant with relevant document number and other appropriate information for each component. So before making of this instrument index document, let's discuss some use of this document. So basically this document is used at site. As I told you, whenever we want to know about some particular instrument, like what is the type of this instrument, what is the IO type, what is the calibration range, and what are the reference document number like data sheet, loop drawing number, hookup drawing number, model number, even a manufacturer name also. So these information, if you want to know about any particular instrument, then we can refer the instrument index document. So we can quickly find out the details about any particular instrument from this instrument index. So although it is used as site or in engineering firm. To know the total quantity of particular items, we can just simply make a filter in Excel file and we can find out. For example, if you want to know about the total AO items, how many AO items are in this project, so just we can filter the AO from the instrument index. This instrument index document is also used to make the IO list documents. IO list is also another document we will discuss in different lecture. So for preparing the instrument IO list, we need to prepare the instrument index first. With the help of instrument index document, we can check out the scope of supply. Like there are lots of instrument in your instrument index document, but not all the instrument in engineering scope. Maybe some of the instruments will be in any particular package supplier scope. So we can know whether we have to do the engineering for this particular item or not. We can know about the scope of supply. Engineering. So during the engineering, time to time we need to use the instrument index. Like there is lots of instrument type. So we want to do the engineering of any particular type and we want to know the some details like PNID number, location, service, all those things. So quickly we can use the instrument index to know. For the reference of document tagging, like as I told you, there are lots of information like hookup drawing number, loop drawing number, it's a data sheet number, lots of information are there. So if you want to track like on which data sheet I have to go quickly for any particular tag number, so we can use this instrument index document. To make the instrument index document, there are some fields. So as listed, there are lots of field which is used to make in instrument index. So whenever you will make the instrument index, we will use this field to preparations. So basically these fields we will prepare in tabular form, and each column we will allot a particular field. So let's discuss one by one for each fields so that we can prepare the instrument index in engineering projects. So first of all, tag number. So tag number is a logical name for any specific item. For example, any pressure transmitter is there. So how can differ the two different pressure transmitter? So we can allot the different tag number for both the pressure transmitter. And where we can get this tag number? So first of all, we have to know what are the input required to prepare the instrument index. Piping and instrumentation diagram. Piping and instrumentation diagram, in short we can call this PNID. So PNID is required to make the instrument index. Below you can see the sample of the instrument index page. So these types of instrument index we have to prepare, and we need to use the PNID. And sometimes some other document also required, like client input or project philosophy. But in beginning you will require PNID at first, and you can start prepare your instrument index document. So we are discussing about tag number. So tag number, you can find out all the information you can find out from different document. Most of the information you can get it from PNID, and few information you can get it from different document or different stages of engineering. We will discuss on that. So how you will get the tag number and how you will start the making instrument index. So first of all, you need to open the PNID, and before making the instrument index you must know about the PNID, specifically from instrumentation side. So there is a different lecture on PNID review, and in that you can learn in detail about the PNID. So I am opening a PNID and we will discuss one by one field with the help of PNID. See, this is the one of the PNID page, and there are lots of information available. So what is the tag number of any instrument? There are lots of tag number. For example, this LIT V30301. So there is a level instruments, and specifically this is the level transmitter, and this is the DP type level transmitter, right? So there is a tag number for this DP type level transmitter. And what is the tag number? LIT V30301. So this is the tag number. And how we will represent this tag number? So we will represent like this. So this is the sample of the instrument index Excel file. You can use a Excel file, and all the fields you can mention in column, and each column you will fill by using PNID or other references. So first we need to mention the tag number. So here you can mention the tag number LIT V30301. Although tag number is mentioned like this, like there is no any dash, but we need to put it from our side or based on the project tag number philosophy. So this is the tag number. Again, the loop number. What is the loop number? So to make the complete process, like it is a logical name. Loop number is a logical name given to an arrangement of a sequence made for performing a particular task. Just like any instrument, like a pressure instrument. So primary instrument will measure the pressure. Then this signal will go to the control system, and control system will command to the control valve, and control valve will open or close accordingly. So there is a loop basically. So this is called loop. So for each and every loop there will be a loop number that we need to define, and we can define based on the PNID representation. So there is a loop number, and loop number represent the process functions. So this is the level process functions, right? This is the level process functions. And how we will make the loop number? So although there will be slightly different project philosophy to making the loop number in different project, but generally what we will use a letter of process functions, and we mention this sequence. So what will be the loop number? L-V30301. So we have mentioned the loop number L-V30301. 301. Then instrument type. In instrument index, we have to mention the instrument type also. So based on PNID review, you will be able to know what are the instrument type are there. So based on the PNID, we can know the instrument type and we can put it into the instrument index document. Like this is the DP level transmitter. Then status. Status is for instrument, whether it is the new instrument or it is in different instrument, a different scope of supply, like in any particular package. Suppose there is a compressor package in your PNID. So some instrument from the compressor package will be supplied by the compressor vendor. So there you can mention the vendor in status. If it is in engineering consultant scope, then we can mention in new, and maybe after that it will be deleted, then we can update this status to deleted. So this status show the instrument status. And location. Location define the exact location of any particular item. Like any instrument which is in field, then its location will be field. Suppose there is a level transmitter as mentioned in this PNID. So this level transmitter will be in field, but its signal will not be in the field. So that you can say level transmitter location is in field, but its alarm is in DCS or in control system. So this way we can define the location. We need to think about it, whether it is a soft item or it is a hard item or it is a physical item. So we can think about what will be the location. If it is the physical item, so mostly it will be in field, and if it is soft, then its location will be in control room. Either it will be in PLC or DCS or SIS as per the project. Then service. So service description is, it is defined the purpose of operation or process function. For example, you can say ethanol addition vessel level, or you can say PCL3 from storage tank 30106 AB, or you can say plant air to regenerations. So we need to define the process for the particular tag. This is called service. So how you will mention the service? Just you need to see the PNID. You need to know about this equipment, what is the equipment and what is the equipment. There will be some information available. So this equipment is ethanol addition vessel. So just simply we can mention in service ethanol addition vessel. So this will be the service. Suppose any instrument which is in line online, so for that you can mention the particular line service. Like this line is going to reactor 3001. So we can mention the particular service to this reactor. So I think there is not any particular service defined. So just you can say process to reactor 3001. So this way you can define the service. Then equipment number. Equipment number means your instrument will be on any equipment, then you have to provide the equipment number. So this level transmitter is on this equipment, so for this tag you need to provide the equipment number. For this tag you need to provide the equipment number. But this alarm is not on the equipment because these are the soft items and this is not a physical item, so we not need to provide the equipment number for this alarm items. If any instrument, just like this pressure gauge, this is not on the equipment, this is on line, so for this tag we not need to provide the equipment number, we can provide it the line number simply. Then pin ID number. Although we are referring a pin ID, so there will be a particular number of each pin ID. In project there can be lots of pin ID, like 200 number, 300 number of pin ID. So we will use one by one pin ID, and there will be a particular number of each pin ID. So on which pin ID we will work for each and every instrument, on this pin ID we will define that pin ID number. Generally pin ID number mentioned in right bottom side, there will be a title block which is blank here, but you can see in bottom side there is a pin ID number or drawing number. So this is the 0904-PS-PID-101. So this is the pin ID number. Again line number, as I told you that if any instrument is on line, then we need to provide the line number. So what is the line number? Like you can say this is the line number, PR-10102-25-A4-K. So this is the line number. So for particular instrument which is mounted on line, so we need to provide the line number. Package number. If any instrument which belongs to any particular package, then we need to provide the package number. Then IO type. For each and every tags we need to provide the IO type. If it is the hard signals or it is the soft signal, like alarm are the soft signal, but all the transmitters, all the control valve positioner output, all the on-off valves, switches, these are the hard IOs. So based on the pin ID review or based on the our knowledge, we can provide the IO type. Even also we will discuss this IO type about in IO list documents. So just like a pressure transmitter is analog input, so for all the pressure transmitters we will mention the AI. A control valve is a analog output. Alarm is a soft signal, so we can mention S for soft, AI for analog input, AO for analog output, DI for digital input, DO for digital output. So this is the IO type. Then system. In pin ID, if you will see, then each signal will go to a particular system. Either it will be go to the DCS system or SIS system or FNG system. So we need to mention the particular system name in place of system. So here you can see DCS mentioned in place of system for each and every tag. But few instruments do not have the IO type and also do not have the system, just like local instruments. So what are the local instruments? Any non-electronic items which are not used to provide the signals, just like pressure gauge, temperature gauge, pressure safety valve, regulating valve, level gauges. So these are the items which is not used to provide the signals. These are the local indication item. So for these items we will keep blank IO type and system both. Then calibration range. For each instrument there will be a calibration range, and it's if it is a switches or if it is working on different set point, then we need to provide the set point as well. So calibration range and set point with will be required in instrument index also. Although in beginning of the project we will not have these informations, but after the preparation of material requisition of field instrumentations, we will having the calibration range and set point, so we can update later on. Okay, and engineering unit as well, although we know the engineering unit, so we can update it. Otherwise we can update during the updation of calibration range or set point. Power supply, this information also we need to mention any particular instrument which is required the power supply. This is most important specifically for those instruments which are required external power supply. So we can mention just like a pressure transmitter. Pressure transmitter is a 24 volt DC loop power supply. But Coriolis meter, magnetic flow meter, ultrasonic flow meter, these are the flow meters which are used external power supply. So for those items we need to provide the specific power supply. Again, the data sheet number, layout number, loop drawing number, hookup drawing number. These are the document number which are we need to provide for each and every instrument items which are physical. So whenever we will track any particular instrument, just like if we want to open quickly the loop number of this level transmitter V30301, then how we will go to that particular document? So we can find out this document from instrument index, and we can go to that particular document and we can see the loop drawing. So data sheet, layout, loop drawing number, hookup drawing number, these drawing number also we will update whenever our DCI, document control index, will be ready accordingly. And manufacturer name and model number and PO number. So in beginning of the project this information will not be available because still we are doing the engineering, our manufacturer is not finalized, PO is not placed and model number is not fixed. But whenever this information will be available, then time by time we will update the instrument index accordingly. And if anything which is not mentioned in this columns and it is important to specify, then we can mention this information in remark column. So in this way you can see these are the fields we need to update. So one by one we will use each and every PNID and we will update all the informations. Which information is not available at this stage, we can update after sometimes or whenever this will be available. So this is the general way of making instrument index. Like just you can open the Excel file, you can set this field on column, make some general modification, you can start working. But the same instrument index you can prepare in software also. Like in instrument department there is a software, it is called Smart Plant Instrumentations. So in Smart Plant Instrumentation there is a different way to prepare the instrument index. That we will cover in different lecture whenever we will discuss about the Smart Plant Instrumentation. But the technical point are the same. Like how you will know the instrument type, how you will know the IO type, where you will get all these information, that you need to collect and you can put it into the software. So this is all about instrument index. Thank you all. Have a nice day.